With this episode of Attack on Titan, I was a little worried at the beginning because came off as kind of dreary and very ominous, very ambiguous as to what was really going to happen. And so when it kick started and we kind of had what was like a recollection of everyone and just everyone kind of resting up and suspense building, I was just like, oh man, is someone about to die? Like things are about to happen. Something's about to happen. But anyways, the episode starts off with pretty much essentially everyone gathering, if you will. You have your two groups that are trying to find the hole in the wall and whatnot, and then you have the events that are taking place with Levi and Aaron and Hanji and whatnot. So this episode was interesting in that I basically loved how everything was just kind of I knew we were going to get a big information spill sooner or later, and this episode just kind of tipped over with that. And that I know you guys saw it, but that Titan talked and it said "Welcome home" to Connie, and that was really interesting because Titans can talk. And what more evidence we have that this is possibly, I don't know, this is possibly either someone that Connie grew up with, or maybe his mother, as he was saying, my mother, or that Titan talk. Because, as they said, there were no bodies, there was no blood, and that Titan was kind of in a very infant-like state where it couldn't move, its hands were very small and stuff, but it was on top of that house. How was that? And then the Titan said, "Welcome home." So that's really, really crazy. Connie was freaked out, and Reiner just kind of had to pull him together. He was like, "Hey, we got this mission that we've got to complete. We can't worry about all this stupid stuff going on." And fortunately, he got Connie on his feet, but that's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Again, the horses were there and all that. So what does that mean for that village exactly? I don't know, but I really hope that that all comes to light pretty soon. It really seems like it is. And so, speaking of coming to light, we have Pastor Nick and him still refraining from talking even after seeing how heartbroken and how broken the people were in general. They were walking down that long hall, and you even had the one kid saying "mommy, daddy," and it really just shows you how bad it is when the walls fall. And again, Levi was saying this is what happens when a wall falls. These are people that have lost everything, and Pastor Nick felt for them, yet he still couldn't talk. And that makes me wonder, he has to guard this secret so much so that he can't say anything no matter what. That's crazy when you think of everything that's happened to them and all the heartache they've experienced. He still cannot talk, but he doesn't leave them high and dry, because he tells them that basically their people were informed to monitor a cadet that had graduated along with Aaron. And that cadet was Krista. And she, of course, she's always hanging out with Ymir. But to no surprise, Krista and Ymir are in the castle where they're staying for the night to just rest up their horses and rest in general. And then they're gonna head back to the city in the morning. And so they're like, "Holy shit, we gotta get to Krista," because apparently she has answers that only she has. She knows things that she could tell them that would even allow Pastor Nick to perceive them, so to speak. That's what he was putting. He was putting it like this. Basically, I know some things, but she knows even more than me, and she can even put it in a sense of where even I can understand it. At least that's how I kind of took it. And it was a little confusing the way he worded that. But that was really interesting. Why do they need Krista, and what kind of secrets does she have is interesting. A little bit of I don't know if this a little bit of the conversation between Ymir and Krista early on was that while they were talking, Krista was like, "Are you doing this for me and my family?" And Ymir was like, "No, I'm not." And I was like, "Wait, her family?" I don't think we really got too much information on Krista. I honestly can't recall. All we knew is that she was just a very shy, weak little girl, Yet she was joining the Scouts. And so that was really interesting. What secrets does Krista hold? I have no idea. And then we got the banger. We got the big bang. Just when we thought everyone was safe in the castle, sleeping, we learned, and I even forgot this little detail. I forgot that Titans didn't move at night. Yet basically you hear the one guy call up and say, "Hey, come out here." and you see nothing but Titans out there. And it's like, what the hell? Even he was, obviously he was surprised. He was like, why can they move? And again, here you go. He my bro. I'm not even going to lie. He's grown into one of my favorite characters. The Beast Titan. That boy just wobbling, looking like, oh my goodness. It was just crazy. I was like, oh my goodness, there's the Beast Titan. And it was crazy because, again, he arrived with a group of Titans. So this leads me to believe that the Titans that attacked them the first time attacked Mikkei and his unit. Those Titans are directly under his control. Why? I have no idea. Now, of course, I recall from the first episode him, controlling that one Titan. But again, I thought that maybe it was kind of like, maybe he gathered some Titans from the breach in the wall and he brought them in. Again, by the way, we learned that the wall has not been breached. So how the hell did those Titans get in there? I have no idea. But the Beast Titan can control them. And again, he brings a group of Titans in. And then while they're tackling on those people, so he doesn't have to deal with them, he's scaling the wall. He's about to jump inside of the city. So this is all like very exciting at the same time, but confusing because it seems to me like the Beast Titan doesn't really know what's going on inside as to when he noticed the 3D maneuver gear and he didn't know what it was. He doesn't really know what's going on inside. But in addition to that, he also seems very unaware. Like, he seems aware of... How do I put this? Put simply, the Beast Titan... It makes me wonder, how strong is he? Because he's getting Titans to do his dirty work. He's very smart. He's either very smart or very weak, because he gets the Titans to occupy the group while he can go scale the wall free of charge, without having to risk any kind of engagement. So how strong is he exactly? And then who exactly is that? If he doesn't if he doesn't have any idea of the 3D maneuver gear or anything like that, what is the Beast Titan and where did he come from exactly? And that's just like, it's really scary when you think about like, why did he choose to appear now? And then you have Eren, Armin, Mikasa, and Hanji on their way with a group of soldiers to basically go and fill the hole in the wall. They still think Wall Rose has been breached, so they're going to go fill that hole right now with and they're hoping that Eren can use the hardened skin ability of the same as the female Titans and stuff like that, because we've learned obviously that the wall is filled with Titans and they use their hardened skin ability, and that's what's protecting them. So they're headed there right now. So hopefully next week we get Eren versus the Beast Titan, possibly. I don't know. Maybe they see the Beast Titan on the way. I'm hoping they do. I want to see some some Titan on Titan. Well, some Titan shifter on Titan shifter action again. Same from the season 1 with Annie versus Eren. That would be cool to see again. I have no idea. All in all, this has me extremely excited because, again, who is this Beast Titan? What does he want? What are his ultimate goals? And where did he come from? Because he seems to be unaware of civilization inside the walls to a certain degree. Otherwise, he would have known about the 3D maneuver gear. In addition to that, why is Krista so important? And why was Pastor Nick and his group supposed to monitor her? Out of all people, Krista. Crazy. And that's all I have for this week. This was a really good episode. I enjoy reviewing it. Thank you guys for watching. And of course, if you guys have any feedback, anything like tips and whatnot, drop that in the comment section. I read it and it helps me out a lot. Thank you guys for watching again. This is Mysterious Man Toby signing off.